Okay, so hey, this is going to be a quick demonstration of the problem I'm running into with this B9 pedal that I bought, used. And it's doing something a little bit strange. So, well, quite a bit strange for the pedal. And so we're going to demonstrate what it's doing. I've got my C9 and my Mel9 out to just sort of show what how the pedals should operate normally. The nine Electro Harmonix 9 series pedals, how they normally work, and so they'll show what's sort of going wrong with this B9. And so for the demonstration, we've got the pedals, of course. We've got our Fender Champion 600, just a basic dry setting, just pure guitar tone. We've got the 86 Strat. It's the Gilmore guitar with the toggle switch and the short trim arm, and it's got the same pickups there in its black Strat. But this, the problem with the B9 happens with any guitar that you plug into it. You can plug, something that's single coil based or humbucker based, and it's going to do the same thing. Most importantly, talking to Electro Harmonix the other day, they did want to make sure when they were troubleshooting this with me on the phone that I'm using the Electro Harmonix adapter that's supposed to go with it. And I do have that, so we're going to be using that. That's what's going in there. And the other ones are using a 9-spot adapter over there. It's like, because it all should work. But, just in case there's any wonder, it's running off the correct adapter. So let's go ahead and show what's going on here. Grab my guitar. Try to balance the camera at the same time. So, all right. So let's go ahead and throw on the Mel 9 to start with, to sort of give you an idea. Again, we're set where the dry knob on this is set to 0, so there should be no guitar effect coming through. You might be able to hear a little bit of just string attack from the fact that the camera is about less than a foot away from my guitar. So you'll hear a little bit from that, but you should be able to hear it. You won't hear any guitar in this effect. This is the orchestra hit, I want to say. So here we go. Again, you don't hear any real attack on a guitar or a guitar note. You just hear 100% effect with the knob set to 0 dry. That means you're getting no dry guitar signal. It's the way it's supposed to work. Now, if I was to turn the knob up to 50% here, you'll start to hear some guitar. Still hear the effect. Let's go ahead and jack that up to dry 100%. Now the effect never really goes away completely, but at this point, it's quite a bit of dry signal. It's a guitar. So that's the way the dry knob's supposed to work. And just to say that, show that this is the way that the 9 series works. Let's go to the C9. Again, we've got 0 dry. I believe we're on what? Blimp, which is like, I don't know, supposed to be like probably Hammond or something. I think that's what that says. So let's go ahead and activate this. And take a listen. This is what the effect on. And that's 100% organ. I mean, there's an attack, but that's just because what the keyboard is supposed to sound like. Sometimes it doesn't track that way. It doesn't like that E. Anyway, so turn this up. About like halfway. I don't think it's as pronounced as it is on the Mel 9, but it still does do what it's supposed to do. Look, there's guitar. You're starting to hear the guitar come through because we're turning down that effect with the dry knob. And then if we turn it all the way up, you've got a guitar. So, yeah, that's what the dry knob's supposed to do on these pedals. Turn that back. So the B9 is doing this. It's like the dry knob doesn't actually do anything. Let's go ahead and There's your dry signal. I think we're set to like what, classic rock, or it might be gospel. So we're, an organ, a heavy organ. And we'll go ahead and turn it on. And this should be completely organ. And it's not. That's a guitar. You can hear the organ effect in there, so it is trying to do something, but it's like the mix is completely broken. In fact, to me, that almost sounds like, if the dry was turned up on the C9, if you turn the dry on that all the way up to 10, so, it sounds like that. It's not even like it's half, like I've said before. It's like fully turned up, but it's not. As you can see, it's not. It's like, yep, it's not. And so if you turn it, it doesn't really make a difference if you're there at 1 or if you're there at 10. It's the same. I almost swear there's more organ like when you have it turned off, but it's really not. It's the same. Guitar string, and you can hear that organ in the background. It does do a weird modulation thing if you like strum it right around like 3 o'clock. It does a weird thing, but it's not usable. It's still, mainly guitar signal. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like right around there, it does something, but it's still not usable. It's a guitar. So that's not really usable because I'm using this to simulate it's not what it's supposed to do, obviously. You can see by Electro Harmonix says so, and you can see by comparing it to the other 9 pedals I have, that's just something's wrong with that dry pot or something. I don't know if it's the pot, I don't know if it's the pedal. I'm not an expert. But that's, demonstrating over here, this is the way it's supposed to work. There's definitely something wrong going over here. That knob doesn't do anything. And it should, as demonstrated over here. So, because basically what I'm trying to use this thing for is, plays Hellstar or something like, So that's what's going on. Thanks for watching.